Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Wolves 2, Villarreal 1. Tim, we've come inside to escape the lawnmowers this time because we get complaints. Don't like complaints.
That's feedback from our adoring public.
Don't like complaints. So, what did we learn? What did we learn today? Final tune-up of the season before Everton. We learned.
So, do 5 things we learned.
Quickest centre-back career of Roman Sace, 45 minutes.
I learned that I really don't like you eating anchovies.
Yes, delicious anchovies. I just wanted to find the pungiest fish and bring it with you.
And, anyway, today's football game.
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
Wolves did well.
Hot in here, by the way.
It's hot in here, I just realised that. Wolves did well. Came from behind. A very sloppy first half. Could have been 3-0 down at the break.
Mm-hmm.
They were easy to cut open, which isn't something you can say about Wolves.
No.
Over the past 12 months, defensively suspect, gaps in front of between the midfield and the defence. Wing backs weren't tight enough, and then the back three, Sace, Cody, Bolly, just look like they haven't played together much, which of course they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Sace, an easy one to pick out and as a fish out of water because he hasn't played there before, and yes, he did look uncomfortable, and it doesn't look like that's going to work to me personally. But it wasn't just him who was culpable. You know, Cody wasn't at his positional best. Neves gave the ball away for the first goal, and like I said, there really wasn't that protection in front of the back three, which ironically Sace offers a lot of the time. So I think it's an experiment personally that doesn't work too well.
No.
And we saw when Ryan Bennett, who was very good, came on at half time. Very good. Second half was he was very good, and second half they were much better defensively. They were a little bit deeper as well, and they looked like the Wolves we know defensively.
But I guess, these are the type of games, if something's not going to work, this is when you want it to find out, and not Everton next week.
This is when you iron out the creases.
Absolutely.
Which you didn't do this morning. But that's,
I have a steamer, I don't do ironing.
What a shock. So, yeah, it was more, you want to see a little bit more from going forward. I thought there were a few nice touches. I thought Jota and Costa looked like their normal selves to me. I thought Jimenez looked a threat at times. Could have scored in the first half, did score in the second, which is great. Great to get him on the score sheet. More to come from him, I think.
Security. Who's coming in? Not happy. Quickly wrap it up. He's looking at us, staring at you.
More to come from Raul Jimenez. Good goal, nice team move. Doherty, Jota, Costa involved. So there are bits there of the Wolves that Nuno will want to see next week. There are problems as well within the team, within the squad. Martinez isn't fully fit yet, obviously.
No.
Some touches of proper class from that man,
especially second half,
and he can keep a football, that's for sure, and he doesn't look like he's going to give it away too much this season. So you had him and Neves. The partnership, is that going to work as a partnership? Are they too similar?
Yes. Well, are they?
But I thought
very samey.
I thought that Neves certainly became more of the midfield enforcer in the very loosest sense of the term. But he was getting his foot stuck in a bit more than we've used to seeing last season. I think he's been asked to do that. They really could have done with a guy like Alfred and Jai, really, to come on at half time.
Where's he these days?
But he was in the wrong dugout for second half. He came on for Villarreal.
Didn't like the away dressing room, by the way, so it was cramped.
Did he really?
No.
Okay. So there you go. Yeah. Some good positive signs. They won the match, which was good. They came out second half with good impetus and good tempo, and got a couple of goals.
Helder Costa got the nod over Ivan Cavallero. We kind of, let's take Sace out that team today. Put Bennett in. We expect that to be probably the starting lineup as it is today for Everton.
The way this game has gone, and the way that Sace was taken off at half time and Bennett came on, and the defensive differences team wise. Yes, Villarreal made a lot of changes and got a bit tired as well, and that must be taken into account that La Liga starts a couple of weeks after the Premier League.
Yeah.
So Villarreal are behind Wolves in their preparations, but you can say that for every pre-season game. That's why it doesn't mean a huge amount.
No.
And fans want to hear about it and read about it and see it, but really, great crowd today, 19,000.
Unbelievable.
I wouldn't have turned up for this game, to be honest.
Queuing until outside until 20 minutes in,
problems with
half
the
an hour.
turnstiles, which doesn't look great.
No.
Big queues for first few minutes ago. But anyway, it's pre-season. We'll see a very different Wolves next week, which we can't wait for.
So between now, which is Saturday around about 5-6 o'clock, and kick off Saturday 3 p.m. No, 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Correcting myself there.
Yeah.
How many more signings are we going to get? Where do they need to strengthen? Where do you think they need to strengthen? Do you think it's serious that they need to get a couple more in, or not?
It's a very serious business, Nathan.
It is, yes.
There's no joking around here. Certainly on this video. What do they need to do?
Positionally.
They look short of depth to me. I mean, this is their first team squad out today. He got rid of the kids today. There's no Ryan Giles, no Pedro Gonçalves, no Elliot Watt. He got rid of them today. And this was Wolves' squad. There's no one injured. This was the squad, and the bench didn't look great.
What was it?
It was a lengthy bench, which I'm not going to go through. But it didn't look like they got enough depth on the bench to me. If Matt Dockers gets injured, I do not know what happens. And if Ruben Neves gets injured, I don't know what
Castro
happens.
goes to the right. Zinchenko comes in at left.
Nice. So Traore is the one that they want. He's their first choice. He's the one we know they've lodged a bid for. We know they're probably going to go back with another. For me, that's not the area of the squad that desperately needs strengthening. In my opinion, I think Cavaleiro, Costa and Jota offer better end products than Traore. Me personally, but Traore offers you blinding pace.
Yeah.
Unbelievable pace that will do a lot of damage to Premier League defenders.
He's not going to start. I don't think he's coming in to start straight away. Absolutely 100% not.
Certainly not with a dislocated shoulder, but
no. But you know what I mean. That when he is fit, I'm sure Costa and Cavaleiro are ahead of him. But like you say, for the last 20 minutes, half an hour of a game, last thing you want to see as a left back is Traore come on because he's going to lynch you.
But you say that. Do you spend 18 million? Do you break your club record on a player that's not going to be in the first team? I don't think you do.
Well, not straight away.
I think he'll be earmarked as coming in as replacing Costa in that right wing forward role. Personally. Unless Nuno's thinking that Jota as a false 9 would be his one as well. I mean, there's no set 11 for the season. There's going to be a lot of mixing and matching. But for me, they need a wing back. They need a central midfielder as backup, and they probably need a central defender as well. In an ideal world, if Remesace is now is not going to work out as a centre half, then you're down to 5 centre halves now. 2 of whom are Courtney Hawes and Danny Bart, who haven't played a lot of football here recently. Yeah. So there's interesting dilemmas there, and it's a forward that they want to bring in. For me, that's not the area of the team where they desperately, crucially need to bring in someone and spend an awful lot of money. I think there are other more important areas.
Raul Jimenez can stand up for a Premier League season. Do you think Jimenez and Bonatini are enough?
I think between the 5 of them that they've got, that's those 2, Jota, Costa, Cavaleiro, there's enough. We've seen Jota play false 9 quite a bit last season. I think there's enough there, personally.
Could be an interesting week ahead.
Yeah, ideally they'd bring in players, someone like Zinchenko, who's versatile, who could potentially play left wing forward, but certainly plays left wing back and central midfield. It'd be nice to have a couple of players with a bit of versatility like that to beef up the squad. But then again, they said all along they didn't want a big squad and they wanted to supplant it with kids coming in. And you look at the first team squad, it's 19 players. Plus Vinagre, plus Ina Bakari to come in as well. So they're not making any surprises in that respect. This is what they want to do.
We've got a small squad, but it's a quality squad.
Apparently.
Wolves 2, Villarreal 1. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.